Hi, this is Mark Sell from the YouTube channel Therapy for the Heart, and it's my pleasure to be here. And I may mispronounce her name again, but I'm going to try it as Tanis Parenteau. I did it again.
That's okay. That's how okay. That's how it's spelled.
No, but tell me the correct.
Well, my family, we pronounce it Parenteau.
Parenteau. Okay.
Which, because it's French, it comes from Parenteau.
Okay.
But I guess the English-sized, this is how I say it, version is Parenteau.
Good. Thank you for that correction. And you're playing the lead Connie, Connie Farmer, in the play Smoke. And you are also Métis Cree, and you are, I introduced you to my friend Chantel up in Winnipeg, who is also Métis Cree, and she was actually the one who motivated me to go see this play Smoke, because I wanted to learn more about the indigenous people, and so I saw that advertised in the public theater. As a matter of fact, they have an advertisement about it a while ago, so I'm very happy to be able to have you here.
Yeah, I'm glad you can make it.
Yeah, good. So you're a Native American actress from Peace River, Alberta, Canada.
Way up north. And
you wrote this, but you were beyond thrilled to be a part of this spectacular production and is tremendously thankful for your new Smoke family. And so it sounds like it is a family.
It is.
Like a family.
Yeah, it feels like a family. We all became very close, the cast. We all get along really well, and the whole production crew has been great, and Vickie and Danielle and Richard, we have a great camaraderie, and I feel like I've been blessed with this new group of friends, this family. And I feel like we've developed some friendships since we've been working together that will continue on, so I'm really thankful for that.
So
yeah,
friendships that maybe extended beyond being in the play together.
Yeah, yeah. You don't always get that lucky with every project you work on. With.
So has that ever happened to you before?
Yes, actually, I've had over the last year. I've had two projects I've worked on that I've had great experiences with everyone I've worked with. So I guess I'm really blessed, really lucky, or that just does happen all the time. But I worked in Kansas recently at the William Inge Center for the Arts with Larissa Fasthorse and Sheila Towsey. And
say that again?
Larissa Fasthorse was the playwright, and Sheila Towsey was the director, and we workshopped one of Larissa's plays called What Would Crazy Horse Do? But we worked at the William Inge Center for the Arts in Kansas, and everyone there was just so fantastic and treated us so great, and it was just a lovely experience. And I worked on a play last summer as well, and everyone just had a positive attitude and a great work ethic, and it was really nice. So.
Did you want to mention that play?
That was called a Brief History of Time, and the playwright is Jonathan Wallace, and my director was Tatiana Gomberg. And we did that at a festival last summer.
Oh, thank you. So your family was very thrilled to the extent that they came here to see your production from Canada.
Yeah, my mom came.
That's very nice.
Yeah, she tries to make it out. She comes to New York a couple times a year, and now that I've had the opportunity to be in a few shows since I've been finished school, she's made an effort to come out to see them. So, which is great, because the first time she ever saw me act was last summer in A Brief History of Time. So she made a trip for.
Oh, it's a big deal then.
Yeah, it's great to have her come out. And I'm very far away from my family. Everyone's back home in Alberta, so and I have a huge extended family, so I don't get to see them very often. So it's nice when my mom can come out and see my work, and know what I'm doing out here.
Yes, yeah, it's very nice. And you have a huge extended family.
I do have a huge extended family.
How many family members would you say?
Well, on my dad's side, my dad has 4 brothers and 4 sisters, and they all have children, and their children are starting to have children. So I have cousins, I don't even know how many to count more. My dad's, like my immediate cousins, my first cousins, at least somewhere around 20 to 25 on my dad's side. And on my mom's side, she has 3 sisters. And they all have kids, and they're all starting to have kids, so too many to count, but love them all, miss them dearly.
What was it like growing up as a Native American Métis Cree?
For me, I grew up in a small town, Peace River. It's about 6,000 people. I didn't grow up too immersed or connected to the culture of being Métis or Cree. I'm registered with the Métis Nation. My blood is Cree blood. Métis is a federally recognized group of Indigenous people.
Fairly recently, right?
No, we've always been recognized for a while, but there's a certain something that went through the courts recently to have the same rights as First Nations. I'm not exactly sure what that was about, but nothing has quite changed for us yet because it's just went through the Supreme Court, and I'm sure there'll be more. But Métis people are mixed blood. That's the word Métis means, mixed blood. And growing up, I always knew that I was Métis, and I knew that was part of my family history. But culturally, I wasn't really exposed to it too much, and it wasn't really until my adult life that I began to become more connected to it. And the one thing, though, growing up that I knew was very important was the connection to my family, and the connection that there is a history behind us, and we do know where we come from, and remembering that was important.
So Vickie was here a while ago,
yeah.
And she was talking about her difficulty in her life accepting not being accepted, and how important it is to eventually accept oneself and celebrate oneself. She said her sister would get hysterical at times. I think this was not just recently, but in the past, about feeling that about not belonging. Quoting Vickie, "You are here for a reason, and to force yourself into a place you're not learning the lesson. Connie is trapped in her pain." What would you think about that in terms of your role? You don't have to agree with that.
I definitely agree with that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. She does. Connie wants something she can't have. She can't have no matter what, and she can't let go of that, and she is trapped, and she's hurt. She's really, really hurt, and she's in a place where she wants something she can't have, but she wants to figure out who she is as well. And I think with all the anger she has, it wouldn't happen. She would not be so angry if she wasn't so hurt. But I think she's hopefully on her way to accepting it after this. But yeah, no, I definitely agree with what.
Can I ask you a personal question? You know, everything
Sure.
is sort of, sometimes when people act roles, they pull from things inside themselves that they can really identify with emotionally, the role that they're playing. Can you say that's true of yourself in playing this role?
Certain specifics about Connie's life, as far as wanting to be Haudenosaunee, but being a Catholic, along those lines I don't have anything similar as far as, but I mean, just in general, as a human being, you know, everybody has a need to feel like they belong and to be accepted, and I've definitely been rejected in many areas of I'm an actor. So that's one of them.
Being, and
exactly.
Acting, of course,
but there's
face always rejection.
Yeah, it's a daily thing, and just in relationships, with friendships, with people you meet, there's definitely things in my own life I can pull on.
Is there any particular, I know you don't have to answer this because it's very personal, but I want to ask you anyway, and you have a right to refuse to answer. Is there any particular experience that you use, and you may not do this, some actors use these kinds of experiences, I forgot what it is, method acting, and I don't know if it is. But anyway, do you use any particular experience that you've had in your life?
It depends. For this role, there are some things I do use, and sometimes I don't have to use anything, and that goes to say with every role that I do. I'm a trained actor. I have an MFA. It's a Stanislavski based program that I went through. That was the new school for drama here in Manhattan. Actually, not too far from where we are now.
That's right.
But what I took away from that training was that a lot of people think you know, it's method acting, and you're always using some kind of substitution from your own life. But what I found that working in any situation, if I can put myself in that character's place and do a sort of a what if situation, what if this were happening to me, a lot of the times that works for me, and I don't need to pull from my own life. But the great thing about the training that I have is if the choices I'm making just with this what if situation aren't working, I do have the ability to use situations in my own life to substitute for certain roles. So I won't go into specifics about the choices I've made for this role, but
that's fine.
But it's a little bit of both for me.
Yeah. So which method is the one? Which school was the one that they try to pull more of your own personal experiences? Was it Stanislavski or the other one was by who was the one with the method acting? Who was the person that?
Well, Stanislavski was everything was based. Pretty much any acting training out there is based on Stanislavski. Like they took it and went a certain direction with it. You know, they either went the Meisner way or the method, or there's Strasberg, there's Stella Adler, there's So Stanislavski is like the grandfather of it all, I would say.
Right. Yeah, Vickie had a little different experience because she was more closely identified with feeling not accepted, and then worked towards acceptance, and that's how what my take on it was when she was talking about her experience. Yeah, so she had a different experience than you did about feeling not accepted by the people on the reservation.
Yeah, I didn't grow up on a reservation.
Yeah, she didn't either, but she was very identified with. I guess her father was very identified with being on the Longhouse, I believe. Yeah. If my memory serves me right. Yeah. So, what were your challenges working with the cast?
Well, I worked with some of them before. Some of them in different plays, some of them in this play in readings, but different roles, and some of them I had never met before. We didn't have very much time to work together, but
how much time did you have?
Well, I guess we had 3 weeks of rehearsal, and it went by really fast, and it's I had some challenges with the cast. I don't know if I would classify them as challenges.
You might not have had any.
I don't really think there was anything I would say that was challenging.
But do it in 3 weeks.
Yeah, but what I found working with this cast was, and this job in particular was, this is my first opportunity to work on a show and a role with a run that's longer than 4 to 6 performances, because since I've been out of school, I graduated in 2011.
You just graduated.
Pretty much, like 2 years ago, yeah. So every role I've had it's been a very short time to work on it, and the performances have been very limited. So this is the first time I've been able to really see. We have 16 performances, so to see the cast grow and to see myself grow and the show grow, it's been wonderful.
Well, that's a fantastic compliment to you, because to get a lead role in a show like this is that short run out of school. Yeah, it's my first. I've had lead roles before, but like I said, they were short runs, and this is and they were in very small theaters, or they were in big theaters with a big ensemble cast and not really lead roles. But this is my first lead in a theater like the Signature. So I'm very, very happy. Thank you. I'm very happy about that.